We're back with another how-to. This time is ZG, one of my bread and butter. Did the most last fresh. It's a super easy run. Just need to know the pathing. I'm doing this on my gnome mage, so the gear's gonna be a whole lot better. It's a pretty basic AoE spec. I'll show you it now. Most in the frost tree and a little bit in the arcane tree. It's really nothing necessity other than you need to have the blizzard slow. Outside of that, it's kind of whatever you want. I use this build for a lot of the boosts. Only other thing that you'll definitely need for this run is Noggin Fogger elixirs and light feathers for slow fall. Other than that, you can bring lips if you're nervous. It's an easy way to save a run, but you shouldn't need any lips for this run specifically. Like I said, my mage is a lot more geared on Alliance side than Horde. So right now I'm rocking 3-piece rank 12 set, which gives me stam and a blink cooldown. And then 5-piece tier 2, which gives you increased radius of blizzard. So let's get right into the jump. You're gonna want to get your boosty into the ideal positioning. So down here at the waterfall, there's two guys. You're gonna run down here and pull both of them. There's a rock over there to the left in the center of the waterfall. That is where you want your boosties to go. But you don't want them to run yet because they'll get in combat from the axe throwers. Normally what I'll do is I'll wait to tell them to move till I'm on this bridge. Once I hit this bridge, I'll tell the boosties to move and they should get there free. As long as they're not in combat, everything's fine. And they have plenty of time because right when you get to this corner, you're going to jump on this root and that's going to be a safe spot. Now the biggest thing for this pool to work out the way that you want it to is to spawn the patrols in a specific way or force spawn them. The most important one to make sure you force spawn are these axe throwers, or it could be an axe thrower and a priest. They always start back there in that corner. You want to mark one with whatever you want. I usually use star. And then wait for them to get to at least this corner so they're in view from the reset spot. That way they don't grief you later. If they're at the wrong positioning at the start of this pool, you won't be able to do the no-lip pool. They block you from going across the bridge. So then once they're at the corner, come to the safe spot, jump over the root, and then you're going to want to mark this berserker over here. We'll get to that in a second. Then you'll start spamming your noggin foggers. As soon as you get the slow fall 2-minute debuff, you're going to mount up and jump. You're going to aim right between these two crocs. And as soon as you get to the point where you're right above the water, you want to blink. If you don't blink, there's a good chance you'll aggro one of the croc packs, and then you'll have to go to a safe spot before you can start the pool. This is actually going to be the spot that we start the pool from. We're just waiting for the fish to unaggro from us. Alright, now that they're gone, you want to buff up your barriers and start spamming the noggin foggers. We're looking for that 2-minute slow fall buff again. Once you get that, you want to make sure you have at least ice barrier up. Now, when you run over here and aggro these crocs, you want to target one. You want to know as soon as they target you so you can turn around and run towards the other one. You don't want to get hit by these guys. You don't want any of them to get hit by ice armor. You don't want them to be slowed at all. You see how the berserker is over there on the right-hand side? That is ideal positioning. That way you don't pull him. If you pull berserker at any point in time you're dead. As soon as you get to this corner, you want to stop and wait. Let those crocs catch up and find the roaming, patrolling tiger, that cub. When you come into these guys, make sure you go wide like I did, kind of like an ox bone. Once again, you're trying to take as little damage as possible. Now you see this little king's blood bush or whatever that is? That's where I want you to jump from. Every time you jump from there, you will clear it. No problem. Especially with 100% mount. Now you're going to wait to the second hump. You're going to wait for you to see these guys catch up a little bit running across the mountain there. Then you're going to aim for the corner. Now when you jump over here, you're going to want to reapply your barrier in either CS or Cone of Cold or whatever the case is. Now when you come up to this croc pack here, you want to make sure you aggro all of them and hit them all with a Nova. It's crucial that all of them get hit with a Nova. If one resists, it's not a big deal. You can turn around and Cone of Cold them. You just don't want them to be smacking on you the whole way around here. You never want to get dazed at any point in this run. When you hug this corner, you want to make sure you hug the corner. You don't go in the water. Jump onto that tree stump and then fall down. Link through the tree. The reason you want to jump on the tree stump is it forces the people following you to go up the tree stump before they go through the tree. Now when you get up here, you want to target one of these crocs and CS them on your way to the top of the hill. As soon as you get to the top jump, your slow fall debuff should be nearing end. Should be about 15 to 10 seconds left when you get to this point. As soon as you fall, blink towards these crocs and nova them, and then start running up the hill. At this point in the run, if you're weak or you need to heal real fast, a quick bandage doesn't hurt, but you really don't want to slow down for anything. As soon as you get to the top of this hill, you're going to want to reapply slow fall, and then as soon as you clear this bamboo right next to this bush, get over to the edge as close as you can and just jump. Make sure your barriers are up here. Once again, you cannot get dazed at any point in this run or you will die. Ideally, you fall right below the bridge when you get here. I like to wait for the fish to hit me before I blink. That way I know that they're slowed. So you should only get hit once or twice. And then you can just jump over the root, like you saw. Then you're going to come back across this water. When you get in the water, same idea. You want to kind of let a fish hit you or come close to you before you blink. 2 jumps and then a blink is ideal. And then pull these croc packs on your way up the hill. Now you see the star pack is just barely out of bad positioning. Just barely. But enough to do the no lip pull. If they are not across that bridge yet, you have to jump already. And that's when you have to do the lip pull. So now you're going to reapply your barriers, reapply slow fall, and you're going to jump between this hut onto the root and towards those trees. The idea here is to CS the group on the right and Nova the group on the left. If executed correctly, you will take very little damage. See here, I only took 3 hits, so that's ideal without using a lip. And we still have pulled all of the crocs and all of the tigers. So now once you come this corner again, you're going to run up towards the bridge. We're getting to the kill spot. You can go ahead and switch over to mage armor. You don't have to worry about re-barriering. The only thing that I would say is worth doing is turning around once you do that second blink and getting a rank 1 blizzard off. And the reason you want to do that is because sometimes they get spread out. And you want to be a little bit more grouped before they get to the bridge. That makes the kill phase, going into the kill phase, a whole lot easier. Now if you see down here on the left-hand side of the bridge, there's a part of the railing that doesn't have rope attaching it to the bridge. It looks like there's a big old open spot. That's the spot you want to play with, okay? That's the spot you're going to want to jump on and off. At least that's the spot I use. It's the most comfortable spot. I feel like it's the easiest spot. And your idea is to keep them going back and forth at the top of that bridge, as you see. If you do it well, pretty much 80% of them will stay slowed the entire time. The only thing you need to make sure you are doing is if you come here with no mana, you have to have 2 max rank blizzards off the beginning of the kill phase. And the reason you need that is because there's cubs, non-elite cubs. When they get low on health, I don't think they only have 2.5k health. When they get low on health, they run to the closest mobs that aren't already aggroed and aggro them. That will wipe you if you do not control it. So I always plan to have 2 max rank blizzards, which guarantees those guys die. And then you can go about fishing for clear casting. As you see here, I got a good rank 1 blizzard off before I jumped up on the rail so I could get a full evo in. And they're already at half health, so that pretty much ensures that they're going to die before I run out of mana again. Always you can have 2 mana rubies as well. I use 1 in the middle of the pool. That way 1's off cooldown when I get to the kill phase. An average run is about 9 minutes for me doing this pool. Like I said, there's no consumes. So it's a very lucrative pool. Very good way of making gold. And it's fun. It's a fun pool. It's not an easy pool. It's not too hard. It's rewarding. It's not a lot of mobs, but it is lucrative. So once the pool is over and you have gotten all your loot, best to rebuff if you're going to go again. And it's actually a really easy way to reset since you're in a raid. Just give the party leader to the boosty, or whoever you're boosting, and switch to an alt. And then get the party leader on your alt. That way your mage and the boosty who is inside of ZG is logged out and at character screen. Then your alt can reset the instance. And then when the boosty and the mage log back in, they will be inside the new spell ID at the beginning of the instance, as you'll see here in just a second, making back-to-back runs super, super simple. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like and subscribe down below. We'll have some more Mage content out real soon. Appreciate it, everybody.